First question, Alibaba has lost $90 billion in market cap since the IPO. What will you do differently from Jonathan Liu?
Well, as we always said during our IPO, and Alibaba manage our business and by creating value for the long-term customers, by creating value for the participants in the entire ecosystem. So we believe that we will, the investors will like us as long as we continue our belief and continue our creating value for the customers.
Now, Alibaba has changed out the heads of Tmall, Alimama, and now the CEO. How many more management changes are we likely to see, or is management going to stabilize now?
Well, we changed a couple of leadership in our BUs, and we believe that today is the right time for us to bring young generation to the leadership. And as you know, Alibaba wish to live for 102 years. This is a long journey. So we need young generation to participate in the leadership and lead the company to the next path of journey.
How will you bring more young talent into the leadership and management roles?
Well, today, if you look at our key business units, and all the leaders are after 1970s, and we're also trying to bring more and more 1980s, 1985s, 1990s young generations to the middle class level, finally to the leadership level. We believe this will the foundation will be the foundation for our future growth.
Now, Jack Ma says he wants 50% of revenue to come from outside of China. Currently, that number is more like 9%. What's your target for that number this year?
Well, globalization is one of our core strategies in the future. And we start with our cross-border strategies, and we help the overseas suppliers to sell through our platform to Chinese consumers. On the other hand, through our AliExpress retail platform, we help Chinese suppliers to sell through to the overseas customers all over the world. But at the end of the day, we want to build a global buy and global sales, global network, a global platform to serve all the merchants and consumers around the world.
So if it's 9% now coming from international, what do you want that number to be?
We are confident that the business from international, from our globalization will continue to grow. And now is just the starting point.
So what kind of countries can we expect to see Alibaba popping up in? Where are we going to see a greater presence from Alibaba abroad, more specifically?
Well, today through our retail platform, AliExpress, we sell a lot of products to the developing countries like Brazil, like Russia, and in those countries, the consumer products is very expensive. So we'll help Chinese suppliers to sell through our platform to those countries. But we will cover a lot more countries in the future. And on the other hand, we will participate in the growth of certain countries via investment and M&A. We will try to help the young generations and the young entrepreneur in the local countries to do their own business.
How do you plan to do that?
Well, actually, we have a very clear strategy of globalization, and today we start with the cross-border, as I said, and in the future, next step, we will go further to build up a global network. As I said, today is just beginning. It's a long journey for globalization.
Now, we've heard about the hiring freeze, capping employees at, 30,000 employees today. How likely would layoffs be if layoffs are a potential next step?
Well, the headcount freezing news actually I think is largely misinterpreted by the market, and we will adopt a zero net adds policy this year for our headcount policy, but we will definitely continue to hire talent people to join us and replace those guys underperformed employees. And the purpose of this zero net adds in headcount is to improve our operating efficiency. And we did the same thing 3 years ago, and which gave us a very productive results. In 5 years, we have a dream that we will have $1 trillion GMV. And Jack set a target to us that at that day, the headcount in our group should be within 50,000 people. So today, in the good time, we adopt a policy, zero net adds policy, to improve our operating efficiency. We are prepared for the future growth.
So the Chinese government has made some pretty harsh accusations against Alibaba about bribes, about knockoffs. What is the state of your relationship with the Chinese government right now?
Like all global companies, Alibaba has a very smooth and transparent conversation with Chinese government. We share our views and our plans of business development, and we also address their concerns. And we do everything we can to make sure all the business on our platform are in compliance with the laws and regulations.
So should we consider the latest accusations a warning of some sort?
No, that's not a warning. We have, as I said, we have very good conversation with Chinese government.
Now, I mentioned that since its peak, Alibaba has lost about $90 billion in market value. I wonder, from your perspective, how has life changed since the IPO?
Well, to us, we do what we always do in the past 15 years. And we always, as we said over the IPO process, and we manage our business by creating value for our long-term customers. We don't want to manage our business by revenue growth and by margin. And we believe if we can create value to the customers, to the ecosystem, we can enjoy rapid growth and will be recognized by the market.
Now, with all of the M&A that you've done in so many different industries, pharmaceuticals, movies, what kind of businesses is Alibaba not interested in buying?
Well, we have very clear investment strategy, and we focus on 3 areas to make our strategic investment. The first is that we try to acquire new customers. And second is that we try to invest to acquire to expand our existing business to new categories and new areas. The last one is we try to invest and capture the opportunity in disruptive and innovative technologies. So we follow our strategies to make investment, and we will continue to do so.
Now, there have been a lot of concerns about growth in the Chinese economy slowing down. How concerned are you about the economy in China slowing down?
From our platform, we can see that the Chinese, the consumer demand from China is huge. And today, the Chinese consumer, they not only like products in China, but also they like the high-quality products from all over the world. So that's why we start our cross-border initiatives to help overseas suppliers to sell to China through our platform. So we are confident that if we can meet the demand of Chinese consumers, they will continue to shopping, to consume on our platform. And this is benefit for the Chinese economy.